morning, ladies and gentlemen. It's Kizzy Bug. I want to check in with you guys this morning, and I felt like we should have a talk today. And let's go over some guidelines that YouTube has in place and some other things. So I have decided to sit down this morning and kind of do my homework. Maybe to clear some things up for those people who like to falsely strike because they have nothing better to do. So firsthand, the question is, what is abuse? Dictionary says, number 1, use something to bad effect or for a bad purpose and misuse. 2, treat a person or an animal with cruelty or violence, especially regularly and repeatedly. Now, I believe that even bullying falls under that category, contrary to some people's beliefs. And my question was one of these things in regards to when is taking things too far in regards to posting content on YouTube. So, YouTube says, you might not like everything you see on YouTube. If you think content is inappropriate, use the flagging feature to submit it for review by our YouTube staff. Some of those guidelines are these and the following that I feel like fits a lot of the situation going on. Nudity or sexual content. YouTube says the following in regards. YouTube is not for pornography or sexually explicit content. You can use your imagination on that one in regards to a person on YouTube. And they say if this describes your videos, even if it's a video of yourself, don't post it on YouTube. Also be advised that we work closely with law enforcement and we report child exploitation. We can talk about that. Next guideline, harmful or dangerous content. Don't post videos that encourage others to do things that might cause them to get badly hurt, especially kids. Videos showing such harmful or dangerous acts may get age restricted or removed depending on their severity. Another thing we can talk about. Hateful content is another one. Our products are a platform for free expression, so we have the right to free expression. But we don't support content that promotes or condones violence against individuals or groups based on race, ethnic origin, religion, disability, gender, age, nationality, veteran status, or sexual orientation / gender identity, or whose primary purpose is inciting hatred on the basis of these core characteristics. This can be a delicate balancing act, but if the primary purpose is to attack a protected group, the content crosses the line. Next guideline, violent or graphic content. It is not okay to post violent or gory content that's primarily intended to be shocking, sensational, gratuitous, and if posting content in news or documentary context, please be mindful to provide enough information to help people understand what's going on in the video. Don't encourage others to commit specific acts of violence. Now, where have we seen people making threats of violence, and to whom? We could talk about that. And here's one of my favorites. Harassment and cyberbullying. It is not okay to post abusive videos and comments on YouTube. If harassment crosses the line into malicious attack, it can be reported and may be removed. In other cases, users may be mildly annoying or petty and should be ignored. Okay, now, where does that cross the line? I mean, if you were sitting there and sending people to other people's channels and they are harassing you by putting strikes on your channels just to be annoying, I kind of think that goes beyond being mildly annoying and petty And how often should it be ignored? That's another question we should talk about. And then, of course, there's threats. Things like predatory behavior, stalking, threats, harassment, intimidation. That sounds like somebody. So those are threats. Evading privacy, revealing others' personal information. Okay, another person that we could talk about, and we all know who that is. And inciting others to commit violent acts or to violate the terms of use are taken very seriously. Anyone caught doing these things may be permanently banned from YouTube. Oh, really? So, okay, Kizzy's taking you to school today, guys. But we're gonna take care of this. This is, they've been crossing the line for a while, and apparently they have not read the terms of service, which makes them idiots. But enough about that rant. Now, and then this brings me to the mind of, is YouTube violating freedom of speech? Freedom of speech is codified in the First Amendment of the U.S. Constitution. Congress shall make no law respecting an establishment or religion, or prohibiting the free exercise thereof, or abridging the freedom of speech, or of the press, or the right of the people peaceably to assemble and to petition the government for a redress of grievances. It prescribes congressional action. It does not say anything about anywhere else. YouTube is a corporate-run service. They can do whatever they want to re-censorship. If they push too far, though, they may have the inevitable blowback that might change their policies. Okay, so these other people are free to express their opinions and call out people in live streams and vlogs. Okay, but I mean, on our side, we're not. We are just trying to address abuse issues, abuse for profit, and obviously when we read these things, again, reminding you of the nudity and sexual content, for one. Okay, it does not violate, I don't believe, in my opinion, YouTube's term of services, because you are bringing attention to somebody that shared sexually explicit content where, walking on his parents or whatever. Okay, that's one violation. There is the harmful and dangerous content where you are encouraging others to do things that may cause them to get badly hurt, especially kids. Now, okay, we talked about that, about how I don't feel like children should be on camera because of the fact that there's a bunch of sickles in the world. Not only that, the hateful content, okay, so that goes back to where the person's inciting hatred based on his own expression and has no problem going over the people's channels, talking loads of crap about them, on his own vlogs, his own live streams, his own channel. Okay? Just because they don't like somebody condones violence against an individual or a group. I mean, aside from it being on race and ethnic origin and religion, disability, gender, age, nationality, or veteran status, sexual orientation, but they have the primary purpose of inciting hatred because they don't like the person in question. So, again, I feel like that falls in that. So that one's like, another terms of service violation. Then there's back to the violent and graphic content. Okay. Now, if it was intended, which it was, to be shocking, sensational, and, for profit, okay, that, again, is a terms of service violation. Okay. Encourage others to commit specific acts of violence, and we know who that was directed towards. If people are really going to go with, the lynch mob mentality and go find this person just because one person didn't like him. Okay, and then there's the harassment and cyberbullying. Now, when you're sitting there making mockery videos of somebody, that is cyberbullying. When you're sitting there and you're inciting hate and people are going over there and tormenting this person until this person just goes ballistic and snaps, again, that's harassment. That also falls into, the whole thing about hateful content because you're sending people over there. And those people, if they read the terms of service, should know it's inappropriate. Which is why I have stated, at least that I knowingly on our end, for those of us who want to call awareness to abuse, have not gone over to harass any of these people. Okay, I mean, and I don't think it's okay for it to be mildly annoying or petty and it should just be ignored. No. Cyberbullying is cyberbullying. Harassment is harassment. Okay, YouTube, I don't agree with that one. If these people are constantly striking other people's channels because they want to be vindictive and be nasty, then it goes beyond just ignoring and being considered mildly annoying and petty. And you guys should do something to put a stop to that. I mean, that's just my opinion. And then, of course, the threats. Like, the stalking, harassment, intimidation, invading people's privacy, i.e., breaking into people's accounts and revealing their addresses, their phone numbers. People from YouTube, because of that, showing up at people's houses, which could be very dangerous. And especially if no one knows they're coming. And if these are things that they could get permanently banned from YouTube for, why haven't they been banned? They haven't been banned. And then a couple strikes here and there, but that's it. Oh, and they're laughing all the way to the bank because they're still getting monetized for it, and they have not gotten banned. Okay? They sit there and they threaten, they harass, they intimidate, they hack into people's accounts because he even said he did. And have no business revealing anybody's personal information, but they do it. And they, I'm going to go and I'm going to show up in his home state and I'm going to kick his butt. What's that? That's inciting violence, right? And then others want to join in on it. So again, it's inciting others to go and commit violent acts or to harass and intimidate and stalk and all these good things that you're mentioning under the guidelines of threats. And frankly, I'm sick of it. I'm very sick of it. Now, I did my homework like a good young lady that I am because I've had it. And I'm not the only one who's irritated and pissed off that these guys are doing what they're doing. But if any of us speak out, oh my God. Well, you know what? I just spoke out. Told you, you ain't gonna scare me. I've already been through everything I could be through. I just spoke out and I called your butt out on the guidelines. So what about that? What about that? Perhaps instead of you going and threatening my friends with, we're going to strike, we're going to get you taken down, and blah, blah, blah. How about you either get some reading glasses or you pull up YouTube's guidelines, their rules. And just know that in most of these categories I just mentioned, you have totally violated the terms of service. But you're going to sit here and you're going to talk to everybody else. You need to open your freaking eyes. Grow a brain. Borrow a brain. I don't care. But if I have to sit there and do my homework to sit here and say something to you on the fact that you have violated all this stuff, apparently you guys did not read it. You have not read it. Because every day you're violating this. You are violating this every which way but Sunday, sweet cakes. And I am very sick and tired of you. You are bully, a total bully. And I'm sorry, YouTube may say that you might be mildly annoying or quote-unquote petty and everybody should ignore you. Sorry, when you're trying to incite hate to the point where someone's looking up another human being's address, threatening to go kick his butt, and you're purposely releasing the address, you hacked his account because you said you hacked his account. Can't take that back because I'm sure people actually have video of it. But, yeah, that's where I'm at today. I'm tired of it. And you know what, if YouTube not violates, but reviews our videos, I hope they understand that you have violated so many different guidelines. And it's not right. And, you know, if you're going to get someone else permanently banned, you should get banned too. Not just one person, so you can make an example out of him, but you were shady. You were doing things behind the scenes too. And if YouTube reaches out to me, oh, I have no problem letting them know who all were involved. Because I'm not violating anything. I'm minding my P's and Q's. I'm just pissed off that this stuff is allowed on a daily basis. Didn't mention no names. Didn't have to mention any names. Everybody knows your story. But I'm just calling attention to abuse and harassment, cyberbullying, threats, the sexual nature of things that get posted, children being posted on camera, which that could pose a danger to them, which in my opinion I would consider neglectful, because, you know, if y'all are releasing addresses out so that people can go pester somebody else, the children are innocent. They're involved in that. And as a parent myself, I don't feel comfortable with that. My children didn't even have social media until they were basically adults. Why? Because I didn't want people to be bothering my children and putting them at danger. And I sure as heck wasn't going to do that as a mother, because my children, as I said in my last video, were very I'm very, very protective over them. And I'm sorry if my words are a little twisted, but I'm really pissed off this morning. Especially when I decided to do my homework and I'm seeing every freaking category that you violated. But you have no problem imposing flags and strikes because, oh my. You know, get yourself together, dude. Get a freaking life. And you know what? Sit your freaking pretty little tush on a chair and start reading the terms of service. Because you have violated all these categories. There's what? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 categories that I have mentioned that you fall under. Where you have done something to incite hatred. You have done things to incite violence. You have harassed people with videos that didn't need to be made. You have released people's information. You have tried to intimidate. You've even made threats of taking people's channels down. And you, just in the threats alone for even harassment, intimidation, violating privacy, stalking to some degree, all these things, especially in that one category, there's a few that you have already violated, and that's just in one category. You know what? Seriously. When is enough enough? When is YouTube going to listen to the people that you have bullied for months on end? When is YouTube going to look into things? You know what? If your name is on it, and there's an IP attached to it, which, you know, anything we do on the internet has an IP attached to it, whether it be our own at our own house, or it be like at a frickin' McDonald's. You know, I mean, if they could find the records of where these things were done, I mean, I hope that they ban your butt. And I also think that this whole sexual nature content, where, I mean, we're not even going to get into that part right now, but eventually I hope we can, because you and your buddy and your little fans have done a lot of things. And these are where I am at today. And I'm going to post this page. I'm going to make a copy of it where I sat here and I did my homework. Just so your happy little butt can read it. Because it might strain your brain to go look it up. You know, we wouldn't want that to happen. You know, let someone else do your homework for you, huh? It's like you're probably the person that sits in school who didn't want to do their own work, so you're having somebody do your homework for you so you can score a good grade. So that you can't bother to read anything that you've been doing wrong. And I don't know how you are still on YouTube. Because you know what? Other people have said, not just people that are talking about abuse awareness and abuse for profit. No. A whole bunch of people on YouTube have referred to you as a bully, somebody who intimidates, someone who threatens, someone who incites a freaking hate mob mentality, a bully mentality. You should be ashamed of yourself. Alright guys, this is the end of my rant. I will be copying this when I do my video, and it will be up. I don't know how long I have spoken on this video at this point, because I just wanted to kind of go over this, guys, with you. And I'm going to have it so you can get, look at my video and you can see what I'm saying. And this is strictly from YouTube as far as their guidelines, things that they say, and the whole, talking about the violating speech of freedom, or, I'm sorry, freedom of speech. But, I know on our end, as far as those of us who want to bring awareness to the abuse, hashtag what about the abuse, I know on our end, we haven't gone over to bother these people, strike these people. We might have asked for the questions to be asked, in regards to, questions to be answered. I'm sorry, I'm just so livid right now, especially after reading this terms of service and seeing where these people have basically violated every single one of them, but they're still on YouTube. I'm seriously infuriated with that. But, I just know that on our end, we did not go there and harass them. We've only addressed the questions of what about the abuse? What about the abuse that we've seen in videos? Why hasn't anybody done anything? Does anybody care about the victims in those videos, whether it be past or present? We can't get a straight answer, but we do get bullied and we get strikes on our channels. And you know what? And they violated, when they do this kind of stuff, they are violating these terms of service guidelines. And so I just wanted to share this with you guys, because I sat down and I did a lot of reading this morning, and I typed it all out because I wanted to share everything with you guys as my friends, and friends that care about people, that want to protect people and want to end child exploitation, the harassment and cyberbullying, the threats that go on. I just want you guys to have this. Even if you have a screenshot out of my video, I don't care. I just want to put it there for you as your friend and somebody who is backing each one of you guys who are speaking out. So anyways, my lovelies, I will holler at you guys later. I just wanted to share this with you guys this morning. So take care, guys, and I'll either see you on Twitter or maybe a comment in my video. Definitely feedback is good. I'm sorry if I sound pretty angry this morning, but like I said, it infuriated me when I started reading the guidelines, and I'm thinking in my head, oh, they did this, they did that, and this, and that, and the fact that they're still on YouTube is mind-boggling. And you know what? If I'm angry, you guys should be angry too. So, again, hashtag what about the abuse. I will talk to you guys later. Goodbye.